Located in the heart of Southeast Asia, an emerging market with more than 600 million population, Vietnam is considered as one of the dynamic and fastest growing countries all over the world. IT industry is regarded as an important infrastructure and one of the biggest driving factors to the development of Vietnam.
According to the Ministry of Information and Communications report, in 2020, Vietnamese ICT revenue approximated 120 billion US dollars and would reach 131 billion US dollars at the end of 2021. The hardware industry reported 107 billion US dollars and the software and IT services industry reached 13 billion US dollars. The annual growth rate ranges between 15 and 20%, 3 times higher than the growth rate of GDP. There are about 47,000 IT enterprises with 1.03 million employees, including 250,000 software engineers. Currently, Vietnam has 149 universities, 412 IT vocational schools, providing more than 62,000 technologies engineers annually, and spending much effort for the target of 1 million software engineers. IT is now having a special focus by the Vietnamese government and considered as a crucial infrastructure of all other infrastructures, a driving force for socio-economic development, particularly from 2021 to 2030, the period of national comprehensive digital transformation.
Vietnam has a developed telecommunication infrastructure with 1 million km bandwidth, covering to 100% commutes throughout the country, connecting with 7 international fiber optic cables. Vietnam together with Singapore are the first 2 countries that launched commercial 5G system in Southeast Asia. Vietnam has over 140 million mobile phone subscribers and is among the world's top 20 countries of highest number of internet users and top 10 countries having cheapest internet costs in the world.
Vietnamese IT businesses presently account for 80% of domestic market, providing solutions and services for both government and private sector. Export of IT services takes 40% of software revenues, with 3 main targeted markets of the USA, Japan, and European countries. It is now fast expanding, providing services for Korea, Chinese Taipei, and Australia. Besides traditional services like coding and testing, cooperation on system design, R&D, using new technologies such as AI, cloud, big data, IoT, blockchain, VR, AR are rising fast.
According to the Australian Trade and Commerce report, Vietnam is ranked the 3rd in the Southeast Asia on startups market with 3,000 enterprises, top 20 economies driven by startups. Number of startup supporting organizations are also increasing quickly, with 23 business promotion organizations, nearly 50 incubators, 40 venture investment funds, and over 170 co-working spaces.
E-commerce and fintech are 2 fast-growing areas, attracting leading startups and investment capital in the region. In 2020, the Vietnamese e-commerce market grew 18% to 11.8 billion USD in revenue. Meanwhile, the number of fintech companies in Vietnam increased nearly 4 times over that of 2016, reporting approximately 9 billion USD from 150 businesses. Startups are encouraged in agriculture, tourism, medical, and education.
In June 2020, the Prime Minister of Vietnam approved the National Digital Transformation Program to the year 2025 with orientation to 2030 with 3 main pillars: digital government, digital economy, and digital society. Targets by 2030, 80% of top-level online public services, 100% of national databases are integrated on e-government platforms. Digital economy accounts for 20% of GDP, Top 50 Global Competitiveness Index (GCI), Top 35 Global Innovation Index (GII), universalizing smartphones for people to access online services. Currently, digital transformation is being mentioned everywhere in Vietnam. Vietnamese businesses ranging from SMEs to big corporations are focusing on investing heavily in the application of digital technologies to create competitive advantages. Meanwhile, the government is making great strides in building a digital government with a series of national databases being established, and the proportion of online public services has increased rapidly. Vietnam is currently ranked the 86th in the e-government and the top 25 global cybersecurity index (GCI). More than 40 provinces in Vietnam are carrying out their smart cities building plan.
In recent years, Vietnam has always been in the top 10 most attractive countries for providing IT services in the world. Vietnam is also the second largest IT trusted partner of Japanese and enterprises. Vietnam is being evaluated as the #1 destination for shifting of the global supply chain. Foxconn, Wistron, Luxshare, Pegatron, which are the vendors of Apple, Sony, Google, Microsoft, the world's largest technology corporation, have chosen Vietnam to build their manufacturing factories. Besides, Vietnam is also emerging as a technology R&D center of the world. Samsung invests $200 million R&D center targeted to reach 3,000 engineers by 2022. Qualcomm introduced their first ASEAN R&D center in Hanoi. Grab has an operations center in Ho Chi Minh City. LG, Panasonic, Toshiba are also completing their R&D centers in Vietnam. Vietnam has advantages in a large number of technology enterprises, up to 47,000 companies, and rising rapidly. Besides, Vietnam also has an abundant IT human resources of 250,000 software engineers who are highly qualified, especially in new technologies such as AI, big data, cloud, IoT. According to HackerBank, Vietnamese programmers are ranked second among ASEAN countries and 23rd in the top 50 countries with the best programmers in the world. Vietnamese IT engineers are among the first and rare to receive Google's Advanced TensorFlow AI certification and GE Predix IoT certification. Universities and training centers are also making great efforts to target to become the center of AI human resources and R&D in the region and the world.